From the guys who were kind of involved with X-Men, X2, and X-Men The Last Stand, comes a movie about one of the greatest comic book characters of all time. Watch one of the most violent comic book characters of all time talk about mutilating people, and that's it. Watch Wolverine's entire 30-year comic book history condensed into 3 minutes of movie. This movie has action sequences. The Blockbuster Buster says, this movie raped my childhood. Fanboy Film says, I hope Hugh Jackman enjoys his beach house. Can't Run Productions says, if I had a time machine, I would go back in time and kill the bastard that made this movie. Kill him dead.
Whatever you do, I plead with you, I beg you, don't spend your money on this piece of shit of a film.
Watch it. Hey, that's Deadpool.
Pictures.
That's Deadpool.
That's Deadpool.
Oh, it looks just like him.
Hey, check that out. He didn't just get thrown backwards from the force of connecting with a... Look at that.
You'll probably appreciate it, unless I deleted it, which is entirely possible.
This is just...
But I didn't mean to. Sometimes I delete shit on the whim. Are you recording this? Yeah. It's your favorite part, isn't it? Oh! Yeah!
Look
You
at
see
that.
him call it out? He was like,
The thing is, yes, they're indestructible. That doesn't mean they'll go through something without just ricocheting his body backwards. Yeah. Like...
How many seconds was that between the time he came off of the truck to the time that the helicopter
does that
crashed?
explode
How
in a
many
second?
seconds
And
would
he
you say
get,
that
does he get
It was
to walk
about
away from
3
the
Michael Bay
explosion slow-mo
seconds.
without looking back?
How many seconds?
About 3 Michael Bay seconds. That's what I'm
And there was some slowing down of time a little bit, but even counting that, couple of seconds at least.
Yeah.
The guy in the helicopter, who just a few minutes earlier displayed amazing feats of skill and could jump a 20-foot fence, and he didn't just, he saw him coming, he knew what was going to happen. Why didn't he go, click, jump out?
Did you hear what Michael Bay
Or even
is
he could have,
involved
like,
with now,
lowered
by
the
way?
blades.
Did you hear what Michael Bay's involved with now?
Yes. Let's not talk about it.
It's not. That's good enough for me. That's
Good.
not.
Alright, so back to this.
Back to this.
No,
See that
because
walkie-talkie?
that conversation we just had never happened.
You can bring back
the best
conversations.
they
I can do
got.
the same thing.
Skip. Alright, what's going on?
So I research this on the internet?
Nobody
We're talking about
cares.
it? Get my
Alright,
opinion?
I feel like we should all be in on the conversation.
Oh,
we're not gonna
here's
have.
Gambit. What do you think about Gambit here?
I don't know. I don't understand the entire bit. They're like, hey, let's fight. Okay, let's fight.
I don't
Now
understand how
there's
that's
somebody
Gambit.
else to fight. Now, but we're gonna fight him again.
Or how about,
And-
how is that Gambit?
How is that Gambit?
I can't look at him and think Gambit.
Yeah.
I just can't have it.
I can't listen to him and think that's Gambit. Where's the accent?
At any rate, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's producing.
Alright.
and that business.
He's producing.
Yeah.
They
might not-
already
ridiculous.
redid
Really.
Ninja Turtles.
He might not be directing.
Nobody
I know,
cares.
But there's not enough strippers in it. Not enough strippers and explosions.
See, what's so awesome and what I really respect the director for is that he really stayed true to the Deadpool character. Like 100% comic book canon the entire way. I mean, because Deadpool did have his mouth sewn shut and did have every imaginable mutant power that could ever be given to him.
Too bad he didn't use them.
Yeah, he was called the Merc with the mouth sewn shut.
Yeah, the Merc with the mouth sewn shut. And I think that it's so important to Deadpool's character that he is completely silent at all times.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't use half his powers.
Walter's holding back so hard right now.
No, go!
Because he's got super
Everything was
pants.
amazing. Why didn't the bullet just fall out and heal immediately when he got shot in the head? Why didn't you just stand up right after Rogue drained you almost to near death? Because Jean Grey is doing worse to you than Rogue did, I assure you, because she disintegrates people with a thought! Release the seal.
This before, when he was walking like this before, then suddenly he drops his arms and he's got these long swords out there.
Yeah. Where did they come
Okay,
from?
yeah, where do they come from, and were they bendable?
Yeah.
How are they bendable inside of his arms and
Yeah.
straight when they were?
Well, it's because the guy had typed in "bend your arms" into
Yeah.
the MS-DOS program.
To his high-tech computer in there that somehow controlled the guy. But he had to give him commands, but he still flipped around and used like 6 different powers at once, and like he couldn't even see him half the time. Like,
Yet that guy was not typing like 70 words per minute. It was.
finger
just said kill.
decapitate. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is not.
Well, maybe they outsourced some of his programming to like a call center in India that's telling him to do the flips
They
and
had
stuff.
Like 30 people typing at once.
Yeah.
Like, watching that.
Use laser beam eyes. Yes, use laser beam eyes.
Confirm, yes, confirm.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's Vista.
Sure you want to confirm that confirm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who put in the
Please confirm your confirmation.
command?
Confirm your confirmation.
Yes. Ah. Yes. Yes.
And it ends off with just a Y or an N.
No.
Damn it.
Exactly.
Here's the yes to all.
Big deal, actually. You don't even have to record me do it. You just type something into AutoTune. That explains the end of X-Men Origins.
Auto-tune?
Auto-tune?
He was typing slow, but he was just. It was that auto text feel. For like when you're text,
okay,
and it
yeah.
was auto-tune rapping to him, and rap is fast. So that's how Deadpool can move so fast, even though he types so slow.
What?
It was the chopped and screwed version of Deadpool.
Feel the Wolverine coming.
So Steve, behind you, there's these posters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw this last time.
Merc with a not Merc without a
With
mouth.
a mouth sealed shut.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Because he's a Merc with Wi-Fi connection.
The only way he talks is through Twitter. I'm glad you got that on camera.
A Merc with 140 characters or less.
Yeah. Here's the beauty of it. It wraps up
If these two
all
get near
of
women, why is it so hard for them to believe that I do?
comic
They rape them.
continuity in a movie. You see, because in the comics, his healing factor is notoriously random, just like whatever the writers need it to be.
Right.
Like, sometimes they need it to be not as powerful, so they're like, alright, we downplay it. Other times, they're like, oh my god, he can take a nuke and he's fine. And like, and so, whenever you put that in a movie, and like the writers are like, well, I mean, if they did it in the comics, we can do it. But they don't understand that this is like over the course of years and many different writers and story arcs, not like
2 hours.
one movie made like at best across 3 movies or 4.
Right.
Like, this is not something they can just get away with.
Yeah.
But
Watch Wolverine's entire 30-year comic book history condensed into 3 minutes of movie.
they did because they made a lot of money. So I guess
Well,
they win and we lose.
Like,
Teleport over coordinates, you know, like he would have to give specific coordinates. You can't just be like, hey, teleport over there, typing in. What the fuck? No, teleport that many feet, you know, across the horizon to the other side. Like, fucking, that's bullshit. How about, hey, go kill Wolverine? Doesn't require any typing. Hey, excuse me, you're under, you listen to me. I made this happen. I destroyed your
is that
brain.
you guys have this much passion about the world.
I have a lot of passion about it.
This movie has action sequences.
Wounds. In fact, all you need is a dab of blood and someone who's been in war for 50 years.
No.
Or more.
At that point, 100 years. Because he was in the Civil War.
Was he in the Civil War? I
Yeah.
don't think he was in the
Yes.
Was he? I thought he didn't get into war until like the early...
Well, in the movie, he was in the Civil War.
Okay. Then we'll have to go with that. Okay, so
Because that was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
100 years of in war, seen wounds a million times, yet seen Sabretooth's wounds a million times on other people, yet he comes up on this girl. He doesn't check. He looks
Doesn't
at her.
check her
She's dead.
pulse,
Yeah, he doesn't. He just assumes she's dead and sees blood.
Not necessarily even her blood. He can smell that, by the way. He knows who she is. He smelled her blood. Yet, doesn't think that, oh, maybe this isn't her blood, and, oh, she doesn't have any visible wounds at all. It's Sabretooth. He would tear her the fuck apart. What?
Does she end up not being dead?
She's not dead! That's not a fake. That's her laying down and pretending she's not dead.
It works on bears.
Apparently, all you have to do is be really still, and Wolverine can't tell you have a heartbeat.
In the movie, she turns out alive.
He has predator vision.
Yeah, no, dude,
I don't
that's
remember
true.
that part.
You didn't know that about, like, Wolverine is like
The
a
predator.
prostitute. If you lie really still, you can't see you.
So, Walter, we're playing X-Men Origins tonight. See? See? You got, where did all this come from? You get to play as Wolverine.
No way. I'm gonna play as the chick that's not an Indian because her sister is white. I'm going to kill all of you.
Except for Deadpool.
Except for Deadpool, because he's not Deadpool.
How can he be Deadpool if he can't talk?
Oh, and this, you've even got at the best part. Thanks.
Isn't Deadpool's whole thing?
I wanted you to look. He controls Deadpool, and Windows 7 was his idea.
Hey, there's that part where Cyclops does something that he doesn't even have to do because Quicksilver would have killed everyone by then.
He's got a passion on anything.
That
I
guy.
saw it. It wasn't very good.
Exactly.
I moved on with my life.
I don't let
That,
go of things
But here's
that
the
enrage
thing.
me.
That guy had to use the computer because he wasn't controlling him. Skynet was. Much better sequel.
There we go.
And
There's
much
hope.
better Terminator sequel.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right. Nothing. Was that the most you could do with Deadpool or Wolverine?
I don't.
X-Men Origins. The thing is, it's like Multiplicity. The movie, the Origin spin-offs are gonna get worse and worse. They're gonna do the Deadpool spin-off where he's a zombie thing without a mouth, and then they're gonna do. I mean, who could they?
They're gonna have to take someone from Deadpool, the Deadpool movie, and spin off
They're-
of that.
No,
the
they're-
monkey. Hit monkey.